kooky, the ridiculous, the utterly sublime. And on this first episode of Spooky Thing, I thought I would have a look at an awesome board game. Yes, it's called Horror House. Yes. Look at it. Look at it. What a wonderful thing. So when I was but a young wannabe witch, some of the local neighborhood kids would come round, and they'd bring this with them, and we'd play it, and it was brilliant fun, full of monsters and all the sorts of things that I like. Now, I got older, didn't know them anymore, and no one else I knew had ever heard of it. And it's one of those, like, I know I didn't dream it, but why, well, whatever happened to it? What was it that I played? I couldn't remember the name of it. And then, as if by magic, all of a sudden, found a copy in a charity shop. And so I had to get it. And I did, and it's here. And now I can show it to you. Now, as you can see, everything about this board game is beautiful. Just look at this amazing box art. Wonderful. And here we have the playing board unfolded and the instruction manual and some of the pieces and cards and things, and look at it, it's all just so beautiful. They've done such a good job with the artwork. Look at it. On the back of the board, they've got a copy of every single monster card that you have in the game. I guess that's handy if you lost some cards, you could maybe make your own, not by cutting them out. That would ruin the board. Now this is the instruction manual, and again, beautifully illustrated. Look at it. They've even drawn out the entire board, again, in the instruction manual. They really didn't need to do that. And it shows you, obviously, how to play the game, and then certain bits of the board, different things will happen, like the weeping room. Look at it, yes. Ha ha ha. And the maze at the end, and the screaming room, Tower Snakes, so many great names. But anyway, playing the game, these are your guys, these little knights, and you basically walk around the board, and occasionally have to enter rooms and fight a monster. And the way you fight a monster is you insert a sword into one of the mouth holes in this is the King of Demons room, and it will make one of three noises, means you either win, lose or draw, and the card will tell you what happens. Now, speaking of monsters, there's 45 different monsters in this game, and each of those cards are beautifully illustrated, and they give a little description about the monster. But I thought, let's just look at some of the weirder looking monsters that are on here. Here we have the long-necked monster. So apparently, while a person is asleep at night, his neck grows longer to lick up food. Sometimes the neck leaves its body completely to fly around. Now that sounds like a sort of film we would have a watch with Malice. Ha ha ha. Anyway, what's frightening is the person himself doesn't realise what's happened at night. So, if you wake up one morning with a stiff neck, take care. Next we have the Umbrella Monster, a one-eyed, one-legged monster umbrella. Because of course, why not? That fits in perfectly with werewolves and demons and zombies and things. Ah yes, the man-eating tomato. I mean, we all recognise these from films, but it just amused me this was actually put in the game. And we have the Spirit of Poverty. That's kind of a very existential monster, really. Possibly the most worrying one of the lot. Ah yes, the Woman with Two Mouths. In addition to the mouth in the ordinary position, she has another mouth at the back of her head. And she does not seem to eat at all, but she actually eats double portions through the mouth at her back. And apparently, this is a monster you should never marry, even by mistake. Not sure where they were going with that one. And now we have the Wicked Witch. Wait, what? Hang on. No, I'm sorry, I don't approve of that. The Woman with Two Mouths was, bad enough. But no, this one, get rid of that. As well as the normal monsters, there's also some King of Demon monsters. And these are especially tough, evil monsters. So when you reach the King of Demons room, the big plastic red thing, and you go around the steps all around the outside, there's little tokens. And I'm missing a couple of the tokens, see. But when you turn it over, you're either safe, or you have to fight a monster. It's one of the big, tough monsters. Let's have a quick look at those, shall we? First we have Tengu, who lives in deep mountain ranges and is more like a mountain god than a monster. Ooh. Next we have Frankenstein's monster, just called Frankenstein here for brevity, possibly. But it does say on the card that he was bolted together by the infamous Dr. Frankenstein. Now, you'll notice they've gone with the classic Universal Jack Pierce makeup style Frankenstein. But then you have the Wolfman, which obviously werewolf, and he doesn't look anything like the Universal Wolfman, or any Wolfman I've ever seen. It's a very strange drawing, that one. Then you have the Grim Reaper, which I would have thought was the most scary of all the monsters, but apparently not. He's one of the top monsters, but not the top one. Then there's Dracula. Aha, a famous vampire who only appears in the dark of night, apparently. Anyway, we all know Dracula. What a cool guy. And finally, we have the King of Demons, who's the most powerful of all the monsters. His 3 eyes never close, so that he watches all the time. Think of how many episodes of Watch with Malice he could see. Brilliant. And it's claimed that monster could even see in the dark. We'd hope so for a monster, really. So there you have it, group. That was Monster House. What do you think? It's so good, isn't it? What a board game. What a board game. So, thank you for joining me on the first episode of Spooky Thing. And hopefully there'll be one in the future when I find some other spooky thing to talk to you about, or rather, to at you about. Haha. So until then, well, I was going to say I was going to go and play this game, but that would involve having to find some friends. Ugh, dear. Where does one find friends? I wonder, can cats play board games? Cat, do you want to play Monster House? I'll take that as a yes.